Hello, this is F. Welcome to episode 39 of my Ottoman Empire campaign. Last episode, we crushed a Russian force terrorizing the Ukrainian countryside, captured Esfahan from the Safavid Persians before the Maratha could stake a claim, and sent a detachment to lay siege to Ardabil in Azerbaijan. Today, we marshal the African army for operations against the Spanish Empire's holdings in North Africa, press the siege of Ardabil, and continue development across the empire to secure our gains and sustain future offensives. Let's get into it. So we continue to replenish our forces around Esfahan, and we've done some additional building reconstructions in the city itself. We need to consider what our next moves will be. We could declare war on the Maratha Confederacy, but I don't think we want to just yet. That will open a massive campaign into the Far East, which is something we don't want to do just yet. For the most part, on the Russian front is quite quiet. We are sieging Moscow at present, and across Central Europe there is not a lot of action happening at present. Poland and Lithuania is still licking their wounds, and they have not opted to declare war on us at this time. The Persians are obviously pushing for a peace that will not come. We cannot have a rival Islamic empire on our doorstep. We will crush the Safavids, and dominion of all Islamic peoples will be under that of the Sultan in Istanbul. We have our vizierate completed in Rumelia. Feel free to pause that if you want to read on the new temperature scales, as technology continues to progress in this dynamic and ever-changing time period. The Russians still are reluctant to sue for peace. No matter if we provide them with their own territory back, trade agreements, research, etc., they do not want peace. So we will treat them as thus. They will not get peace from us. And eventually I think we need to consider gifting regions that we capture of the Russians to their rivals, just to continuously cripple them in this part of their territory. I think the Swedes would benefit greatly from having some additional Russian territory for free. Thus far, the new warriors, or the new infantry line, the Nazim Isadit, have commended themselves greatly in the field of battle. I think we need to send this detachment up north towards Ardabil. That's the current thinking. We have our units almost complete at the port. That will protect the port from any hostile invasions. And of course, as the empire continues to prosper, we will look to develop our regions economically to benefit the population across the empire. We'll move our task force down into Azerbaijan uncontested. Let them lay siege to the city. Finally, we are just a moment's throw away from capturing this city. It looks like they're currently upgrading to the Sublime Port, which would be beneficial to us if we can capture the city post construction being completed, because then we can benefit from that higher income tax. So that is the hope, that we do not capture the city before then. No doubt they will attempt to break the siege, hence why we will look to send out additional Nazim Isadit war forces up north just to support those Israeli irregular line infantry. And looking at this, we've been researching the wrong technology. We need this seed planting drill, which will give us that 15% bonus in reduction to cost. So yeah, we're just going to correct that. So we've got 6 turns until that's completed, and then we can really push our improvements to our farmlands. Let's get our African army up north, well, up towards Tripoli. Let's make sure we are no longer the protectorate, or they're no longer our protectorate. But I think Savoy, yeah, they are a protectorate of Savoy, who are allies of both Britain and Württemberg, so that's not ideal. I mean, we do really want to take control of Tripoli, as that will give us a continuous empire from Ankara through to Esfahan and all the way across North Africa. We do not really want any territories taken up in between. But for now I think we'll declare war against the Spanish. They are allies of France, which is annoying because that means we'll likely lose our initial French trade. At the moment it's not that much, it's only about 800 trade, so I think we definitely need to cripple the Spanish and declare war on them in the coming turns. I think time is fast approaching for this engagement to take place. They have a small contingent near the harbour, so we might need to land our troops on the mainland, which will negate our ability to attack first off the bat, I should say. And they've captured the port. Yeah, we're just going to have to land our troops on the mainland and then look to push against them in a following turn. But before we do that, it looks like the Persians are trying to break our siege. We're definitely outnumbered numerically, however balance of power is 50-50, so I think we're going to give this a go. They do have several pike units, they have some line infantry as well, so this is going to be an interesting engagement. And we are using our weaker forces, so we are using the Israeli line or irregular line, which should still hold out alright against the onslaught of the Persians. And we have our 2 units of Delhi horsemen, so we'll get them to either flank as soon as possible, I think, because we can keep them on the flanks, and they quite like cavalry, so they should be able to maneuver quite well in this engagement. But yes, I do suspect we'll get quite a few casualties. We are slightly outnumbered, at least 300-400 units, so yeah, it's a big good one. So we're just moving our forces back up to the hill, try and get our units to get some cover from the nearby smaller woodlands, and we'll get our cavalry units onto the flanks either side of our forces. So as our forces move into position, let's have a gander at the enemy units. It will be a mix of peasantry, militia, and a few pikemen, I believe, as well as that 1 unit of line infantry. So they're making steady progress towards our forces. You can see the sabres in hand. Listen to that marching. Yeah, so overall I am confident that these militia units should break relatively quickly once they encounter our muskets. So we shouldn't be too worried by them, but I think this unit of line infantry will be one to watch out for, as well as I believe they have some Delhi horsemen as well. Not Delhi horsemen, sorry, they have light infantry in the form of desert warriors, and here they are, the desert warriors, so they could prove a bit of an annoyance. And then we've got obviously the camel's cavalry, or the camel squadrons, and I think they do frighten cavalry, so there is something to be mindful of. And then we also have a few units of pikemen that we need to definitely be mindful with, especially engaging our cavalry in melee combat. So just look at the fields, they look gorgeous fields of wheat or grass. We have the enemy general on the far side, Chatanel, the far side of the campaign. But yeah, they are making their way towards our units, and again we are outnumbered, but I think especially if they can hit us in a staggered formation, our units should be able to hold the line at least initially and then drive them back. The enemy are definitely close at hand now, just outside of musket range, and something to be mindful of is that they are currently exceeding our line as well. So yeah, I mean, we've got some camels on our far left flank, so we need to just be mindful that they do not get behind our line and hit us from behind. That will literally decimate our forces. As long as we can keep the units in check ahead of us, that should be fine. And we've got the first volleys out. Our Israeli line infantry and are engaging with some desert warriors. We'll get our cavalry up as well, just to provide additional fire support. Our units are no longer hidden as it due to the enemy's proximity to us, but let's see if we can get some cavalry shots out. Come on guys, get into position. Come on, aim and fire, aim and fire. Okay, a few units are taken down. There's not many units at this, but okay, I think you guys run into melee combat. I think they can do enough damage to shock the Desert Warriors out of combat. Let's get you guys in to reposition yourselves. We've got fire across the board. We've got some armed populace. Let's see, come on guys. You guys get in there. See if you guys can shock the populace. Wow, guys are flying far and wide. Okay, the horsemen really have the ability to just knock everyone backwards. And those Desert Warriors are fleeing. We've got some pike units coming in. I think they were going after the cavalry. We'll get you guys into square formation. Oh, this is turning into a bit of a quagmire. We've got Delhi. Oh, we've got Desert Warriors also engaging now in melee combat, it looks like, and an additional unit of pikemen, sorry, heading in that direction. So our cavalry are taking out the... Okay, so they've taken out some of those militia units. It looks like the enemy generals and the other camel units are towards the center of the engagement. Let's see, come on guys, your cavalry, you guys are too close to those pikes. You guys need to get out of there. If you guys go far back enough, I think you can turn yourselves around and engage with your matchlocks and just fire in the face of the pikes. Okay, our Delhi Horseman General is out running down the enemy. Are you guys into position? Get into position and get ready to fire at the pike units. So some more, so the Desert Warriors are fleeing. Pike units are heading back towards our square. Got some units firing off their matchlocks or muskets. Okay, enemy. Yeah, wow, they got quite a good range, those camel riders. We've got some guys fleeing there. Okay, let's send you guys in the back of these pikemen. Come on guys, let's go, let's go. Yeah, let's break the backs of these pikemen. That was a very slow uphill charge against the pikemen. I think they've broken, so that's good. So more units have broken. There's a lot of units moving on our left flank. Let's get the cavalry back to safety, and let's get you guys to run down some units. You guys reform out of the square. So overall our units aren't doing too bad. They're down to the 130s for the most part, so they are taking somewhat of a pounding, but they still seem to be holding their own. Those cavalry, those camel gunners are just hitting our men. Well, at least, I mean, they are firing frequently, but whether they're hitting our men or not, I don't know. Looks like the line infantry from the Persians is pretty much all but spent. And our cavalry continue to ride down some of the pikemen that were on our right flank. Got the other pikemen coming back into position. Nope, they've just broken. Okay. Got some more camel gunners there. Let's move you guys back. That's our general unit. We do not want to lose our general. Got some more armed populace. We've got our camel gunners. So it's mostly armed populace left, I believe, for most of the units that have at least returned to battle. We've got a few, looks like Desert Warriors as well. I think you guys need to go into the back of the pikemen. That's what I think for sure. Let's reposition the Israelis. Units. Okay, let's move you guys back from the forest just to ensure that we can hold the line. Okay, you guys are coming back. Oh, we've repositioned our units there. Okay, let's see, maybe our cavalry can fire some shot and cripple the pikemen before they get too close for comfort. Our general units are firing at, or the captain is firing at some units. I think it's militia again. Looks like those pikemen have broken yet again. We'll move our line infantry forward. Just get into better position. They're wavering once more. They're wavering. Wonder if they will break. So they've shaken. Okay, you guys, camel gunners are going to be a problem. Let's move you guys out of position there. I think, well, yeah, we're going to get in the back of you guys. You guys are literally out of position. Okay, come on guys, go forward. Let's see if we can take them out. Whoa! Those guys have been flying in the air. And who's waited for planes to be invented? That was great. Downhill charge, just knocking those guys out into the air. That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, got the camel gunners right up there. Oh, we need to keep an eye on this. You guys are firing, we're getting our cavalry coming in. Camel gunners are being targeted. They look like they are moving out. Let's bring you guys back. A lot of micromanaging in this engagement. And it looks like the pikemen are shattered. You guys run after them. Let's see if we can consolidate our forces. Looks like the enemy's fleeing everywhere. So that is a bonus. Let's move our units forward. Come on cavalry, you guys go after them. We'll move you guys closer so you can hit the camel gunners. Let's continue to widen that line. I think more units will probably look to return to the battle again. Oh, get out of there guys, get out of there. I don't know if the camel gunners are hitting the general unit or not. So guys, you run down the enemy. The camel gunners are not pursuing, which is fine. We've got down to 28 men in our general / captain's unit. I think we'll have quite a lot of casualties in this one. But again, this is a small task force and we can disband them when the need arises. Okay, so those units have made it out. Camel gunners are out of position. Ooh. Let's get our Delhi horsemen just into position against the camel gunners. Check the rest of the line. Only a few units remaining, it seems. Well, those camel gunners are really hitting us. So the unit's down to 109 men. Come on, guys, take out the camel gunners. Good, good. Loads of them have just fallen down. I think they should break before too long. Oh, and they've broken. Okay, let's continue to move our forces forward. You guys go down that way. I want you guys to chase down those camel gunners. Let's get you guys into position. Come on guys, reform, reform. I think this is the last unit that we have to worry about at this stage. Looks like all the other enemy forces are fleeing the battle. And that's pretty much it for the battle. So we'll just look to run down the remaining forces and then we'll look at the results once we're back on the campaign map. And that was a decisive victory. Definitely not an heroic victory, but a decisive victory. So what more could we ask for? So that's really good. How many men? 190 men. Ooh. So we've nearly lost a third of our forces. So yeah, it's not a great engagement, but we were outnumbered. They had 1,800. They had more than double our men. So yeah, overall I guess that was a good engagement. We did micromanage our forces quite a bit in that. So what next? So we've got another Imam and we can't move him. Why can't we move him? This always happens and I always forget why I cannot select my units. I can't select anything. Well, not select, but like I can't move anything. Like what is going on? There must be something that I've missed in the notifications. What's happening? So feel free to pause that. New principles in gunnery. Britain has decided to declare war on Prussia. Savoy and United Provinces will enter the fray, and the Prussians have Sweden, Hanover and ourselves. We'll definitely declare war on Britain. We need to maintain that alliance with the Prussians. And I don't foresee the British causing us any major issues in the short term. We want to move we can move the Imam out, yep, and we'll see where we can move him next. I think he might need to go down towards Serbia at this rate. Just getting down to those areas just to complete that conversion rate. Got a new town created. The general has died. Oh, that's not great. But it's one of the newer, older generals, so that's fine. We'll just get a new general in play. Oh, 24. So he is quite young, so he should last a while, so that's good. Just need to try and get his skill set up. And we've lost an imam. Yeah, okay, that's fine. We'll move people along as we get the conversions up. And France and the United Provinces have declared war against each other. Excellent. That will keep them busy for the time being, and we are at peace with France, so it's not a problem. If France can capture Dutch territory, then that will only fuel the trade income that we are creating with them. Obviously, if they wipe out the Dutch completely, then we'll lose a trading partner, which is not the best. But again, for now, we just continue to see if we can get these Russians to peace, and they do not want peace. They literally do not want peace. Oh man, this is insane. But that's fine, that's fine. They've got several line infantry there. They're slowly rebuilding Moscow, so that's fine. I think I'm not too worried about that. We'll probably have a battle before too long, and we'll crush them. So that's alright. Let's get our Nazim Isadid up to reinforce the task force besieging Ardabil. Okay, looking at what's happening on North African coastline, I think it's time that we declared war against Spain. Obviously, we would lose our trading partner for the short term with France, and any income we were getting from Spain. But hopefully, this means that any conquests we do make will feed our coffers as well. So, yep, France has broken the trade agreement. We are at war with Spain officially, and at war with France, and we are at war with like 4 major powers now. This is excellent. They have the port, so we'll just send our troops to the mainland, and we'll be able to start attacking the Spanish in due course. Let's upgrade that town in Egypt just to increase our wealth creation for the region. I think, yeah, we'll do that. Not much else needs to be developed at this time in the city. We'll leave the Middle East. Ankara, we need to upgrade the military barracks, just because eventually we want to get those Circassian cavalry out as well. Okay, let's end the turn here and see what transpires. The Spanish are moving. Oh, the Spanish are coming. Oh, so we've got a Spanish contingent looking to push us off the African coastline. Some irregular lines, some pikemen, and some native forces as well. Excellent. And then a couple of cavalry units. So this should be interesting. We'll see how the Nazim Isadid fare in this engagement, but we do understand that there are no Spanish line infantry here at present, and again, we definitely outnumber the Spanish significantly in this engagement. So the Spanish are on the move. They have some cannons in play as well. We've got both our cannons in play, and we've got our forces. We have a small settlement or village just before us, so we'll use the buildings to cover our units from any cannon fire. We'll get those Sipahis up as well. We have our line infantry just going to deploy some stakes in case the cavalry do attempt a charge against our cannons. And we have our forces already. Our Cairo Janissaries, look at them, they're looking gorgeous in the sun. Okay, riflemen, you guys can come back. We'll just get you guys next to the cannon just to provide that additional support. And we have our grenadiers just behind the cannons as well, should anyone attempt to attack us. Let's reposition our Cairo Janissaries, and we'll get our Nazim Isadit into position as well. Just pull the units back a bit while the enemy is pushing forwards. Okay guys, we're going to run you guys over. Let's get the cannons into play. Aim and fire at the enemy, guys. Okay, where are our Nazim Isadit warriors? Oh, the cannons are firing. Missed a few people. We'll get you guys up. Get our cavalry in as well. Let's run you guys over just so that we can make sure that you guys are all in position before the enemy strike. And we've got our Libyan Kalugu, I don't know how you pronounce them. They're on the far side, they're currently hidden from the enemy sight. And it looks like with our Nazim heading into the town, the enemy are pushing forwards with their units. And just changing position, we've got the cannons firing. Wow, that was close. Okay, the Spanish continue to march towards our line. Let's see. I think we need to get our Nazim Isadit closer to the front line. Come on, guys. Yeah. Okay, we're moving you guys forward. You guys continue to run forward. Let's get the Sipahis in just to hold either side of the Nazim line. And the enemy cavalry are hesitating. They're not directly engaging with our forces. Just yet, it looks like one of the units are pulling back. That's fine. As soon as our units are in range of the Nazim Isadit, they're going to just let rip and decimate the Spanish line. Of that I am confident. Obviously, another thing to remember, if you can, is for any unit that has the fire by rank, you need to get them into three units long, or deep I should say, 3 lines deep, and they'll just be able to fire all their units at the same time. And those enemy cavalry have been decimated by our rifles, or our light infantry. Not the rifles yet, the light infantry. So they're fleeing, and our Nazim Isadit have begun their assault on the enemy forces. Let's see if our cannons can support. In the meantime, from this distance, come on, Nazim. Oh, the enemy are running forward quickly. It looks like they might get into combat range or melee range, and those are going to be pike units, so it's not going to be the best for us. See if we can get our units forward. Let's get those light infantry up and close. We'll get our Sipahis around the enemy just to attempt to outflank them. I think our main line is not really achieving much, so we're going to swing them in behind the enemy to close off any potential escape route. We've got some units escaping there. We've got some cavalry coming in as well. We've got our Libyans coming in. Okay, we'll send you guys in. Okay, so for now, all our forces that are near the enemy are engaging. Get you guys to take out those fleeing units. And we'll bring you guys in behind the enemy as well, just for additional support, especially once they start fleeing. Looks like the pikemen are fleeing already. How are Nazim units doing? One unit's down to 135. Okay, so that's not great. They were in direct contact with the pikemen, so yeah, they did lose a few units there. Supplies are still holding strong. I think it looks like more units are fleeing. Okay, so their morale has been hit significantly. We'll bring our units in to play. We've got the enemy cavalry unit coming up. Let's reposition you guys pronto. Cavalry have... let's get you guys into square formation, just in case cavalry attempt to take you guys out. Our courage janissaries, we need to bring you guys up as well. Just try and close off this. Our units are firing towards the enemy cavalry. And we've got some more units fleeing. I think we'll get our general into play now, just to run down some of those fleeing forces. And the rest of our cavalry will just run down all these units. I think we can safely just cripple this contingent of Spanish forces and have our cavalry run everyone down. Come on guys, fire at the cavalry, take them out. Let's move you guys forward. Okay, enemy, oh well, general's taking down those units, and that's it. The cavalry will flee, and that's pretty much the battle. So we continue to run down the enemy at the end of the battle. Those Libyans with their sabres, they look gorgeous, running down the fleeing Spanish forces. And we have our general engaging with a few of the remaining Spanish units as well that are attempting to flee and not getting very far at all. Oh, that guy just fell over. Oh man. Come on guys, take them out, take them out. Yep. And that's it pretty much for all. Most of the forces have now all been destroyed. Cavalry littering the battlefield. We've only lost 2 units from one of our Libyans, so that's not bad at all. We've lost about 11 Sapahis, so they could have held up better. But all in all, it was a good battle. We'll check once we're back on the campaign map how our units fared overall. So again, a decisive victory against the Spanish. I think this will give them pause before they send forces directly at us again. So only 72 men lost, so that's really good. Another successful battle against the Spanish that will probably shock them to see the Ottomans producing such a good quality army. So that was definitely beneficial for us to use them in battle. Obviously there were no line infantry, so presumably once we get closer to mainland Spain we'll encounter more line infantry, so it's something to be aware of. We still do not want to trade with the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, and we're definitely not going to have any peace treaties with the Persians at this stage. We are so close to capturing Esfahan, capturing Ardabil, or Ardabil. So yeah, we'll definitely look to capture that settlement and get rid of the Persians. So new technology has been researched, excellent, so we continue to progress. Our income has depleted significantly, only getting 2,500 this turn, 2,500 this turn. So that's something we need to focus on. That's again, we've lost the trade from Spain and the Russians. While we do move our units towards Tunis, I am wondering if we should not turn around and head back towards Tripoli and potentially just besiege Tripoli, take out the Barbary states and capture the region, and then we can just push on forward without fear of having anyone behind our lines. We'll merge the Nazim Isadid with our besieging force and look to see if there's any additional changes. There's been no real changes happening in Central Europe. For the most part it still remains quiet. I think we could get additional income by making them taxpayers now. Poland has been quiet for a while without any revolts, and we need to be mindful of the Spanish. So I don't think we'll move to take any territory in mainland Spain, but again, the British are going to be a thorn in our side. Can we get peace with the French? If we can, that means we can look to get some additional trade income from them, and they have acquiesced to our request. Excellent. The Russians, I doubt we'll be able to get a peace treaty. I mean, we can try, give them indefinite access to our territory. The enemies remain the Spanish and the Swedes. I was hoping that with us being at war with Spain, that could be more lenient for them, but I doubt it. And I don't know if the British would acquiesce to a peace treaty, no. So we still remain at war with the Persians, the Russians, the Spanish and the British. So I think if we do take our forces eastward, we will then be subject to war with Savoy, especially if we do end up declaring war against the Barbary States, as they are a protectorate of Savoy. They have a good number of units in Tripoli, so I think it will still be a good test of our forces should we attack them, and I think I am inclined to just take them out. But before we do, we need to get an alliance with the Maratha Confederacy. But a key observation, we are not giving them access to any of our territory. I think attacking the Barbary States will provide our units with the opportunity to increase their experience in combat, and that will only hold them in good stead when we do continue to push against the Spanish and start capturing the regions of North Africa and into Spain. That's it for today. If you found this episode enjoyable, please leave a like and subscribe, as this really helps the channel to grow. Drop a comment about the Ottoman Empire's development, what you liked or would have done differently. Thanks for watching. I'm F. See you next time.